Deep Space, Alien Exploration Vessel Void Walker. The story opens with Captain Khan and his crew aboard the alien research ship Void Walker. They belong to the Stellar Council, a coalition of advanced alien races that has been exploring the galaxy for centuries. The crew includes Navigator Vel, Science Officer Rox, and Engineer Tam Dot while conducting a routine survey of the outer rim systems. Their sensors detect unusual energy signatures from a previously unmapped system. The readings are strange too, organized to be natural, but unlike any known technology in their databases. As they approach the third planet in the system, they discover something impossible: a thriving human settlement. This shocks the crew because, according to all council records, humans went extinct over 200 years ago when their homeworld Earth was destroyed in a massive war. The planet shows clear signs of advanced civilization cities, agricultural zones, and defensive installations. But the technology appears primitive compared to council standards. The humans seem to be using basic fusion power and chemical propulsion, technologies the council had abandoned millennia ago. Captain Kane contacts the council headquarters, but receives orders to investigate carefully. The discovery of a surviving human colony could change everything they know about galactic history. The council had always believed they were the only intelligent species left after the Great Purge that wiped out several younger civilizations. The crew begins detailed scans of the planet, discovering that the human population numbers in the millions. They have built several major cities and appear to have a functioning society. Most surprising is that they seem to be not just surviving, but thriving despite their limited technology. As Part 1 ends, Captain Kane makes the decision to make contact, knowing that this discovery will shake the foundations of everything the Council believes about human extinction and their own role as the galaxy's protectors. Human Colony World New Haven. Government buildings. The aliens make their first contact with the human leadership. The human colony is led by Governor Ross, a practical woman in her 50s who has been preparing for this moment her entire life. She is accompanied by Defense Minister Blake and Chief Scientist Dr. Park. The meeting takes place in the colony's main government building. Captain Kane and his team arrive in a small shuttle, expecting to find a primitive society barely hanging on to survival. Instead, they discover a confident, well-organized civilization. Governor Ross reveals something that stuns the aliens. The humans have been aware of the Council's existence for generations. They have been deliberately hiding their presence, using advanced stealth technology and careful resource management to avoid detection. The truth begins to emerge. The humans did not go extinct as the Council believed. When Earth was under attack 200 years ago, several colony ships escaped to distant systems. This particular group found New Haven and established their settlement. But they discovered something troubling about the galaxy. Dr. Park presents evidence that the Council has been systematically eliminating younger civilizations across the galaxy. What the Council calls the Great Purge and blames on natural disasters or wars was actually a deliberate campaign to maintain their dominance. The humans have spent 2 centuries studying the Council from afar, learning their technologies, and preparing for eventual contact. They have developed countermeasures and defensive strategies, turning their apparent primitive technology into carefully disguised advanced systems. Captain Kane and his crew are horrified by these revelations. They had always believed the Council was a peaceful organization dedicated to preserving galactic stability. The idea that they might be responsible for genocide conflicts with everything they have been taught. Governor Ross makes a proposal. The humans are willing to share their knowledge and technology, but only if the Council agrees to reform its policies and stop eliminating younger civilizations. She reveals that New Haven is not the only human colony. There are others, and they have been in communication for decades. Part 2 ends with Captain Kane facing an impossible choice: report the truth to the counsel, and potentially trigger another purge, or help the humans in their quest to change the galaxy's power structure. Asterisk underground facilities beneath New Haven. Council chambers across the galaxy. Captain Kane decides to help the humans, but first he needs proof of their claims about the Council. Governor Ross leads him and his crew to a massive underground facility that has been hidden beneath New Haven for generations. The facility reveals the true extent of human preparation. Dr. Park shows them archives of intercepted Council communications dating back 150 years. The evidence is overwhelming. The Council has been tracking and eliminating any species that might challenge their authority. The humans have documented dozens of civilizations that were destroyed by the Council using various methods: engineered plagues, resource wars, technological sabotage, and direct military action. Each extinction was carefully planned and executed, then recorded in Council files as natural disasters or inevitable conflicts. Engineer Tam discovers something that shakes him to his core. His own people, the Vec, were not the peaceful species that joined the Council willingly as he was taught. They were conquered and their leaders replaced with Council puppets. The real Vec history was erased and rewritten. Navigator Veal finds evidence that her species suffered the same fate. The Council has been rewriting history for millennia, creating false narratives to maintain their control. Only the founding members of the Council, 3 ancient species, know the true history of galactic conquest. Dr. Park reveals the humans' greatest discovery, the Council's weakness. Their technology relies on a centralized quantum network that connects all their systems. The humans have found a way to disrupt this network, but they need help from inside the Council to do it. The underground facility also houses something unexpected: representatives from other surviving species. The humans have been secretly contacting and helping other civilizations that the Council believes are extinct. There are dozens of hidden colonies and survivor groups across the galaxy. Science Officer Rox realizes that the Council's current survey mission is actually a cover for something darker. They are mapping the outer rim systems to find and eliminate any remaining hidden colonies. New Haven is just the first stop on a planned genocide campaign. Governor Ross reveals the final piece of the puzzle. The humans know about the Council's ultimate plan. The 3 founding species are preparing to abandon the galaxy entirely, planning to destroy all remaining worlds to prevent any future challenges to their authority. They have been building massive ships in secret, planning to escape to another galaxy while leaving nothing but dead worlds behind. Captain Kane faces a terrible choice. He can return to the Council and report the colony as requested, which will lead to New Haven's destruction and the continuation of the genocide campaign. Or he can help the humans fight back, knowing that failure means the destruction of all remaining life in the galaxy. The part ends with Captain Kane making his decision. He contacts his ship and orders his crew to join the human resistance. The Void Walker will not be returning to Council space as scheduled. Asterisk multiple locations across the galaxy. Resistance bases. Council fleet positions. With Captain Kane's help, the human resistance begins to expand rapidly. The Void Walker provides crucial intelligence about Council fleet movements and defensive positions. More importantly, Kane's crew begins secretly contacting other Council officers who might be willing to learn the truth. The Resistance operates from multiple hidden bases. Besides New Haven, there are human colonies on ice worlds, desert planets, and even hollowed-out asteroids. Each location has been carefully chosen and prepared for decades. The humans have learned to thrive in environments that the Council considers uninhabitable. Navigator Vel becomes crucial to the Resistance effort. Her knowledge of Council navigation systems allows the humans to move between systems undetected. She helps establish communication networks between scattered Resistance cells, creating a galaxy-wide alliance of survivors. Engineer Tam uses his expertise to help the humans upgrade their technology. The Resistance begins converting basic human equipment into advanced weapons and defensive systems. They turn simple mining equipment into powerful weapons and civilian structures into hidden fortresses. The alliance grows as more species join the fight. The Keth, reptilian beings who the Council believed were extinct, emerge from deep ocean worlds. The More, energy beings who had been hiding in nebulae, begin disrupting Council communications. The Yill, insectoid hive minds, contribute their collective intelligence to resistance planning. Each species brings unique strengths to the alliance. The humans contribute their adaptability and strategic thinking. The Keth provide biological warfare expertise. The More offer advanced energy manipulation. The Yill contribute their ability to coordinate massive operations across multiple systems. Science. Officer Rox makes a crucial discovery while studying human technology. The humans have developed a way to reverse engineer Council quantum networks. This means they can not only disrupt Council systems, but potentially take control of them entirely. The Resistance begins its first major operation, liberating a Council prison world where captured survivors from various species are held. The mission requires precise coordination between multiple Resistance cells and testing of their new combined technologies. Captain Kane leads the assault using the Voidwalker, now disguised as a routine Council patrol. The prison world is heavily defended, but the Council doesn't expect an attack from one of their own ships. The operation succeeds, freeing thousands of prisoners and dealing the Council its first major defeat in centuries. The freed prisoners bring valuable intelligence about Council weaknesses and hidden facilities. More importantly, they carry the Resistance message to other hidden survivor groups across the galaxy. The alliance begins to grow exponentially. Governor Ross reveals the Resistance's ultimate strategy. They will not just fight the Council, but replace it entirely. The alliance plans to establish a new galactic government based on cooperation, rather than domination. Each species will maintain its independence while working together for mutual protection. The Council finally realizes that something is wrong when the Voidwalker fails to report in. They begin investigating the Outer Rim systems more carefully, discovering signs of Resistance activity. The three founding species decide to accelerate their timeline for the final purge. Part 4 ends with both sides preparing for the ultimate confrontation. The Resistance has grown from a single human colony to a galaxy-wide alliance of survivors. The Council has awakened their ancient war machines and is preparing to destroy every world that might harbor Resistance forces. Asterisk Council homeworld. Major battle sites across the galaxy. New Haven Command Center. The final confrontation begins when the Council launches simultaneous attacks on suspected Resistance worlds. Massive fleets appear in dozens of systems, beginning the systematic destruction of planets. The Council's plan is simple: destroy everything and sort out the survivors later. The Resistance is ready. Governor Ross activates the galaxy-wide communication network, coordinating the largest military operation in galactic history. Hidden fleets emerge from asteroid fields, nebulae, and deep space. The Alliance strikes at Council facilities across the galaxy simultaneously. The battle is unlike anything the galaxy has seen. The Council's advanced technology faces the combined ingenuity of dozens of species working together. Human tactical thinking combines with Keth biological weapons, more energy manipulation, and Yill coordination to create devastating attacks. Captain Kane leads a crucial mission to infiltrate the Council's central command facility. Using the Void Walker's access codes, his team penetrates the heavily defended homeworld of the founding species. Their goal is to seize control of the quantum network that controls all Council technology. The infiltration reveals the true scope of the Council's crimes. The command center contains records of thousands of destroyed civilizations, detailed plans for galactic abandonment, and the locations of the escape ships being prepared by the founding species. Science Officer Rox successfully hacks into the Chi quantum network, giving the Resistance control over Council systems. Suddenly, Council fleets find their own weapons turning against them. Their defensive systems shut down, and their communications networks carry Resistance messages instead of orders. The three founding species make a desperate final play. They activate ancient weapons designed to destroy stars, planning to trigger a chain reaction that will make the galaxy uninhabitable. If they cannot rule the galaxy, they will ensure no one else can either. The Resistance races to stop the Star Killers. Human engineers work with more energy experts to create a counterweapon. The Keth provide biological components that can neutralize the ancient technology. The Yill coordinate the precise timing needed to deploy the countermeasures across multiple systems. The final battle takes place in the deep core of the galaxy, where the founding species have hidden their ultimate weapons. The Resistance fleet, led by ships from dozens of species, engages the Council's ancient guardians in a desperate fight for the galaxy's survival. Engineer Tam makes the crucial breakthrough. He discovers that the Star Killer weapons can be reversed, turning them into tools for stellar rejuvenation instead of destruction. Dead systems can be brought back to life, and damaged worlds can be healed. The Council's defeat is swift once their network is compromised. Across the galaxy, Council forces surrender or join the Resistance. The founding species, faced with total defeat, attempt to escape in their prepared ships, but find their quantum drives sabotaged by their own former allies. Governor Ross addresses the galaxy from New Haven, announcing the formation of the Galactic Alliance. Unlike the Council, this new organization will be based on voluntary cooperation and mutual respect. Each species will govern itself, while contributing to collective defense and exploration. The story concludes with the beginning of galactic reconstruction. Dead worlds are being revived using the reversed Council technology. Hidden civilizations emerge from their hiding places to join the Alliance. New exploration missions are launched to find other survivor groups and potentially contact other galaxies. Captain Kane is offered leadership of the new Alliance Navy, but he chooses instead to become an explorer again. His mission is to map the true extent of the galaxy's hidden civilizations and help them rebuild. Dr. Park establishes the Galactic Historical Commission, dedicated to uncovering and preserving the true history of all species. The lies and false narratives of the Council era will be replaced with honest records of galactic civilization. The final scene shows children from multiple species playing together in the rebuilt cities of New Haven. They represent the future of the galaxy. Future where cooperation replaces domination, where diversity is celebrated instead of eliminated, and where the mistakes of the past will never be repeated. The galaxy has changed everything, but it was the discovery of one lost human colony that started it all. The humans proved that survival is possible even against impossible odds, and that the determination to fight for freedom can overcome any tyrant. Asterisk.